Story, Morning Prayer and the Miracle of Courageous Souls. There are mornings when we wake up not just to the sound of an alarm clock, but to a heavy weight in our hearts. Worries about the future, illnesses, broken dreams, or wounds that seem never to heal. The world grows more hurried each day, and at times we ask ourselves, Lord, can you hear my voice among all the noise of this world? But God is always there, silent, patient. He sees every tear shed in secret, every sigh we try to hide. And then he sends a simple message. Each morning before you begin anything, read Psalm 91. I will be your protector throughout the day. Not like a magic spell that instantly solves everything, but like a thread connecting our wounded hearts to his infinite love. Gokhan. A young woman who had just lost her father with her mother falling ill, thought she would collapse under the weight of life. But one cold morning, as she happened to open her late father's old Bible, she found Psalm 91. Each line sank deep into her heart. He will rescue you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his feathers. From then on, each morning, Han no longer began her day with fear, but with a small prayer. And gradually she found the strength to care for her mother, to study hard, and to step out of the shadows of sorrow. In a distant borderland, Lam, a familiar driver on winding mountain roads, drove daily through fog, cliffs, and lurking danger. Once his car almost plunged into an abyss due to a steering failure. In that moment between life and death, he cried out, "Lord, save me!" Strangely, it felt as if an invisible hand pulled the car back. Since that day, Lam decided to read Psalm 91 before every trip, not just for himself, but for everyone traveling with him. And he knew he was no longer alone on those perilous roads. Meanwhile, Lak and Duyan, a young married couple, struggled with conflicts and misunderstandings that almost shattered their marriage within months. A friend advised them, try reading Psalm 91 together every morning. Don't let anger lead the way. At first, they read with coldness, but gradually, as the words of prayer soaked into their hearts, they softened. They learned to listen, to forgive, and to love again. No dazzling miracles, just small daily patience, enough to save a family that seemed destined to break apart. Duymon, once a successful businessman, suddenly lost everything after a market crash. Friends abandoned him. His fortune disappeared. One night in an empty, cold room, Mon, for the first time after years of arrogance, knelt down and cried out, "I have nothing left, Lord. If you still care, please lead me." From that day, Mon began every morning by reading Psalm 91, even as tears blended with his prayers. Day by day, step by step, God opened new doors for him. Small jobs, unexpected opportunities, and kind-hearted people. More important than wealth, he found himself again, a soul no longer enslaved by worldly successes and failures. Lastly, there was Tien Phuc, a 9-year-old orphan standing shivering outside a church gate on a rainy night. He whispered through his tears, "Lord, if you hear me, please give me a family." That very night, a childless couple passing by saw Tien Phuc and realized this was the gift they had prayed for over many years. A family was pieced together by a simple prayer. Sometimes we expect dazzling miracles and immediate changes, but in truth, real miracles begin with small things. A whispered prayer, a simple trust, a morning started by surrendering the day into God's hands. So, tomorrow morning, before you rush into the busy world, would you be willing to look up and say, "Lord, I take refuge in you. Please be my protector today," because he is waiting every morning just to shield you and walk beside you.